I don't know why I'm doing this.
I don't know why either.
I don't know why I thought this would be a short video.
I was waiting for it to stop. Hey guys, so really quick, we just want to say we apologize. The audio is a little messed up every now and then, like short clips of my voice or Jonathan's voice got like cut out. So my bad. We got it fixed though.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It's okay. He just fixed it. So for the next podcast, we'll be good. But for this one, just a few clips are a little cut out. But enjoy. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast.
I thought you were gonna be more surprised that I was wearing shades.
I was kind of just letting you go with it.
I was just looking for a reaction.
Honestly, just this goes so well into what we're gonna talk about today because I feel like
I just want attention. Yeah, I just wanted attention.
Am I not giving you enough? I'm not giving you enough.
No, bruv.
I feel like you need a little more.
My mic is fine, bruv.
Oh, okay. It's funny because it kind of goes into what I was gonna talk about today. I feel like, and this is wrong, but I feel like, do you think that I've been nicer to you in the past maybe like 5 days?
The past 5 days? I guess so, yeah.
Because I noticed, which I need to work on this, but I think I'm so much nicer to you when you have a fresh haircut. Like anything goes. Like
that's crazy.
I don't care what you do. I'm like, he's so fine. I don't care. I don't care.
That's nuts.
I just don't care. So he's wearing these stupid glasses. I'm like, I don't care because you just look so good. I don't care.
That's wild.
I was thinking in my head, I'm like, why would I even bring up any type of argument or any issue while his hair is cut? Just save it for when the peas start growing back in. Like then that's argue time. But right now, you can get away with murder. And I'm like, I don't care. He's so...
Wow. I have no words. I have no words.
Oh, man. Hey, guys. Welcome back to our podcast. My name is Jess.
My name is Jonathan.
And I will say, I think we have officially come up with a name.
Yeah.
I think so. I came up with, well, it was like dropped upon me while I was at the gym. And then I started thinking about the Bible verses that back this up. And I'm like, and it also goes with like our marriage. And I'm like, I think so. I shot it over to Jonathan. He was like, oh, that's cool. But I've already come to the, like, Jonathan is not very impressed with a lot of things. He doesn't get excited about a lot of things.
I get excited about stuff. You guys saw you guys saw her last vlog. I get excited about things.
Certain things. But most things that I think are like, oh my gosh, so cool. He's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So, see, I did that last thing, and you looked at me like I was crazy.
No?
So, for today's podcast episode, I want to talk about a few things. I don't know if we're going to get to all of them, because we have to do a little bit of a shorter podcast today. We do apologize, but so much stuff is going on.
I have a movie to go to.
I was trying to make it sound like we're important. We're so busy today.
No.
He has a movie to catch with his boys. Also, another announcement. I think this segment we've been doing on the Only One Jess channel has kind of been like a pilot season.
Yeah.
So we were going to go up to 10, but I feel like we'd be robbing the actual channel of such good content. And I don't plan on reposting all the content to the other channel.
Actually, why not? That's actually a good idea. I think that's
because
a good idea.
I feel like a lot of people have saw already. We'll talk about it off the thing. I didn't plan on it. Maybe we will, maybe we won't, but I didn't really plan on it. But I don't want to do too much of the great content over here and have people who are just wanting the podcast to subscribe to Only One Jess. I want them to subscribe to the other. So I think we came up with a name. Thank you guys for all the names you sent in. Unfortunately, we did not choose any of those.
A lot of them were bad. Some of them were good, but a lot of them were really bad.
A lot of you guys were trying to like put our names together.
Jessathan.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the suggestions for like suggestions.
No, it's terrible. That's terrible.
I didn't want it as a podcast name, but I thought it was a cute segment. Our suggestion.
There's just still suggestions.
Anyways, so yeah, just a few announcements or a few things we wanted to let you guys know. So we may end up only doing like 1 or 2 more on here, and then we're gonna take a small break so that we can like have our cover photo and like get things fully done, different camera angles, so we can really get into the podcast, and I won't feel like I'm doing quotes anymore. Because when it's over here, I don't feel like it's a podcast. I feel like it's like a suggestion video.
Yeah, and then we'll probably start posting them on like try to post them on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that other stuff too.
Yeah. So I think by the time our next podcast comes out, we'll probably be able to tell you the name and like tell you go ahead and subscribe over there and all that stuff. But just wanted to let you guys know that. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So today's podcast episode, I wanted to talk about, is physical attraction that important? And how do we navigate certain things? And how do we feel about how our spouse thinks about our looks, or if we do things just because we like it? And I also want to talk about something else too. I don't know if we're going to get there, but it's kind of funny because if you follow me on my vlog channel, which I don't plan on bringing this up much, but someone else did comment recently, because if you guys have seen, I've been wearing like wigs and stuff lately, and my husband, he's not a fan of all of them. He's a fan of some of them. How do you feel about this one?
I like this one. I feel like I couldn't say if I didn't, because they'd come for me.
He's not a huge fan. I think his most thing is like, he just does not want to see the lace. Like if he sees the lace, it's like, I don't care how beautiful the hair is. If I see the lace, it's a wrap.
But she's been getting really, really good at it though. So like she wore one last night early. That's kind of like her hair when it's longer. And like, I just love that one because, you know, I love her hair when it's longer. I love her. I love her. Oh my gosh, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. I'm scared.
I'm scared. You like my hair when it's longer? What do you mean by that?
Like when your hair is longer. Like when it's like peak, you know, only one Just Channel
like
era hair.
Okay. Okay, but that's aside the point. So in one of my vlogs, I was wearing like this long middle part bust down. I was like, yeah, Jonathan's not a huge fan of this one. And you even came in, you're like, don't be mean to me, guys. So somebody has said this before, and someone commented again. Do you think that Jonathan has a self-esteem issue because he doesn't like when you look good? And it's not, you don't have to answer that right now, but I have noticed that certain men, it's not that they don't like when their wife looks good or looks a certain way, but they just really prefer the natural, like the all natural. Like when they wear like the extremely long extensions or do like the makeup and the eyelashes and the contouring, they're like, I don't really like that. But girls love it, but guys
like the birthday makeup.
The birthday, yeah.
We don't rocks with the birthday makeup. I just don't.
It has nothing to do with how you guys feel about yourselves. It's like, dang, she looks better than me.
Well, if it is, it's very deep behind the subconscious. So we're getting like Sigmund Freud levels of deep, deep, because it's like, it's kind of like, you know, the Drake song, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you the prettiest. I hope that you don't. Yeah. But like, honestly though, like when Jess is just like I know I think you look gorgeous. When Jess is just like, you know, around the house, being
my hair tied, really, it's
her normal self, you know, it just like, that's like, I feel like is her most pure, and I think that's when I find her the most beautiful. Like when I fell in love with Jess, it was at, you know, church camp, and at camp,
you look rough over there.
At camp, we don't look amazing. We're not like, you know, prettied up, but it's like, that's where I fell in love with her at. And so that's where I feel the most in connection with her in terms of look wise. Anyways, so it's like, and don't get me to that, like, I don't want her to dress up. Like, if she wants to dress up and she wants to, you know, wear the fancy stuff, all the makeup, please do. But just know that you're doing that for you and not for me. And I'm okay with that. Come here. Wear whatever you want. Like, I don't care, but it's like, that's for you, like, not for me. And so it's like, sometimes I feel like you may be expecting like a certain reaction out of me.
Yeah.
But it's like, and you get like, you know, a little hurt when you don't get it.
I do. I remember, I don't know what it was, some family occasion. You remember when I wore that like long green dress, had like the long split or whatever? Okay. Some family occasion we had up there. I wore like this long green dress. It was my natural hair at the time, but I like straightened it and like curled it, put on all this makeup. And he hadn't seen me yet. Like last time he saw me, I had a scarf on or whatever. And when I came down all dressed, he's like, okay, you ready to go? And I'm like, where's the reveal? Where's the, dang girl, that's my, I was half the drive up there. I was just kind of quiet. I was like, you okay? I'm like, do you know how much work I put into this? And it's just like, you ready? Wait a minute. Let me try this again. What is not even whatever.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I mean,
it's okay because
it's
go ahead.
I feel like almost every single one of our arguments or disagreements or whatever is about expectations versus reality.
Yes, that's
right?
True.
It's like when you like, that's what all the disappointment is really, is that you expected something and you didn't get it. So now you're like upset. So like, you know, I understand how she feels, and I do understand, you know, her need or want to feel validated when she put effort into her looks. But yeah, that's where the disconnect is.
Would you feel some type of way? Even I've tried to do this, but I can't do it. But like, if you got like the fresh haircut and you came home and I didn't say anything.
Um, n- if I'm not sure because I've never experienced that. But if I did, it would only be because every time I have got a haircut, you acted in a certain way.
I can't
So it's
help
back
it.
to it's back to expectations versus reality. So it's like if like I expected, that's now the expectation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's what you do every time. If you didn't, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Like, is it not?
I don't know how much it would affect me, but
I think I tried one time and I was like, or was it?
oh, she was trying to make fun of me. She's like, dang, bro, he messed up your tape.
Like,
I was like, no.
No, but it's okay. But do you think, is there any time that you treat me differently because I look a certain way or something like that? Like, do you feel like you're more attracted to me, or that you treat me differently because like I have the normal look on? Like, are you more attracted to me, or you feel closer to me, or anything like that? And is that wrong? Is that wrong that I feel like I'm just nicer to you and I feel closer to you when you? I hate even saying it because maybe it is wrong because I feel convicted right now.
All right, well, she's convicted. There you go. But I feel like there are times where I'm more attracted to you than other times.
Mm-hmm.
But I try my best not to let there be a difference in how I treat you.
Wait, when are those times?
I don't. What do you mean?
It's like when I'm wearing the makeup, it's like less attracted. I just want to know so I can just.
I mean, I guess a little bit, or like, I don't know. This feels like I'm walking through a minefield, but
Wait, what do you mean?
like it's like don't say something.
No, I just want you guys
to
to know this is not like.
Please don't blow me up.
No, like you guys don't have to defend me or anything like that if you feel, because it's obviously majority women, and if you're watching this with your husbands, they may feel the same way. Don't feel like you need to come to my defense. Like, we are good. It's literally just Jonathan saying men are allowed to have opinions and we don't have to agree with them. So everybody relax.
Yeah, I think
feel free to say how you feel.
I think I'm most attracted to you. A lot of it is like when you're in a certain frame of mind too. Like I feel like when you're most driven, like most motivated. Yeah, that's a big thing for me. Not even just how she physically looks at the time, but if she's like consciously trying to eat well and like is like exercising regularly, independent of how she looks, but that is just
that goes together.
I understand, but like sometimes like right when you start working out, like after a long period of not working out, like you don't look any different.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like inspired. Yeah, it's like up here, like I'm really inspired by it.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me attracted to you. And in terms of the physical, I mean, I think hair done in some sort of way, and with like, light makeup. I think that's like
no birthday makeup.
Never the
Can you
birthday
explain
makeup.
what the birthday makeup is?
Y'all know what the birthday makeup is. Don't make me.
Maybe also put some pictures right here. Well, I don't know, in case that person's watching.
You can put your own birthday makeup for the 30th.
What did I do for my 30th?
You had that photo shoot with the big 30 balloons, and you were in the pink dress.
Babe, I didn't have much makeup on in that picture. Are you being? If I put that up, they're gonna roast you because I am really not wearing barely any makeup.
In fact, take that picture down.
I need to look at it really quick.
No, maybe I'm misremembering it.
I think you are, babe.
I could be misremembering it. Don't quote me.
No, but now I can show you.
No, don't quote me. I don't want to know.
No,
I'm sorry.
You're
but
insane.
It's like when girls get like super caked up makeup wise, for their generally for their birthday.
Babe, seriously?
Nah, it's not that bad.
There's like nothing. I have nothing on.
Not that bad. I don't know why I remembered it that way. But when
I'm posting it, so y'all gonna see.
No, don't.
Whatever. So scared.
No, I'm okay. I don't care. Whatever. Make fun of me. But when you're the prettiest is like when it's like, just like some like mascara, eyeliner, all that stuff. I guess that's when I'm most attracted to you physically.
Mm-hmm.
However, I try my best, and you can tell me if I don't do it, that not to make you feel worse or treat you any differently when
yeah, I feel like you treat me the same. Like just this morning I came back from I was on a breast cancer walk, and I didn't wear the wig because I'm like, we outside, so I just had his hat on, and when he came home I was about to take a shower, so I had just the just these under here is like wait, where do you see? I just had on like the no cap. Wait, I have to fix it now. Does it look good?
It looks goodish.
Wait,
It's fine.
Fine?
It's just like...
good.
You could just use your phone to look at it.
What is it? Okay.
I think so. I think it's good.
Anyways, that was okay, right?
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I just had the jail braids, and these are fuzzy. I did them like 4 weeks ago. So I just had those on, and he was standing next to me, fresh haircut, and I'm like, and he was being so nice to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, don't look at me. He's like, why? I love you. And I'm like, Jonathan, he's just very consistent. He may not be like, wow, blah, blah. But even when I think I look my finest and when I think I look my worst, from what I see, Jonathan is very, like, he's consistent. Even though I want him to be nice to me when I look braids and then, like, all the way up here when I look my best, well, to me. But one thing I can say is he's consistent whether I look like, whatever, amazing, or whether I look like I just got out of jail. So
yeah, I think it's really important that not to let like external factors influence my love output towards you. And it's just kind of going back to like, marriage being like a representation of like God's relationship with us. Is that like if God loved us more when we looked a certain way or did a certain thing, or like, then God would always be up and down with us. We wouldn't really know where we stand.
Yeah.
But like we can know that we always stand in good position and good favor, and that his faithfulness, goodness, kindness, XYZ to us is independent of how we are to him. So I think it was really important to me to try my best to love you consistently.
Well, thank you for bringing this to the word, because I was like, how are we going to wrap this word? Good job. I can always count on you for that.
We can bring everything go to the word,
Come
bro.
on, Pastor. Okay, so I want to know, because there has been people who have asked me, like, look, there's this guy. He's amazing. He's great. But I don't know if I'm really that attracted to him. How do you go? What is your advice for that? Because I will say, I don't know if this is whatever. I do think physical attraction in a marriage is important. Even though, like we both have said, like, we're not always going to look our best. Sometimes I'm going to have the gel braids. Sometimes Jonathan's going to go 6 weeks with no haircut, and we got to love anyways. But what, like, not that I'm not attracted to you when you have 6 weeks no haircut, but I'm like, all right, let's be serious. But what about someone who's like, I'm just not attracted to him, but he's such a great guy. He'd be a great husband. He'd be a great dad, but I'm not attracted. What do you think about that?
I think base level attraction is important. Not that they are an attractive person, but that you are somewhat attracted to them. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of people that like one guy would be like, oh, she's not that pretty or whatever, girls vice versa. But it's like your attraction to them is important, because sometimes that keeps you, especially before you're married, when things aren't going well. I also think that just, it is an important factor, but it's not by a long margin the most important factor. When you think about marriage being, you spend a lot of time with somebody, like day in, day out, like every day, every night, you're with that person nonstop. Who do you really want to be spending your time with? For that, and thinking about mother of your children or like father of your children, and all that stuff is important too. But it's thinking about like how much time, how much do you enjoy your time with them? I would say for me, other than being a follower of God, Jesus, like that's the most important factor. But
look,
no, how much you enjoy spending time with them.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Other than your relationship with Jesus, I think that's the most important. I do think looks are important, but I do think we're someone that you gel with a whole lot. Like you and them feel their kindredness of like your spirits. I do think that person would deserve extra consideration. Even just trying it out for a few dates to see if feelings can start to form, even in spite of the looks barrier, because everyone's looks are going to poop eventually anyways. So.
Yeah. Honestly, I really feel like, looks for me are, I think it is an important thing in marriage. Not that like he has to be the finest man in the world, but I think you said something like this when you were just speaking, like when them tough times come, I can't be going through a tough patch with you and you ugly. I can't do it at the same time. I gotta be like, okay.
You're talking about dating, right?
I'm talking about marriage. Not because I had already solidified that while we were dating that I'm attracted to you. But what we got married and I'm not attracted to you. Wait, what? Maybe you're not understanding what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying you're talking to the people who are dating because once you said you can't go through a tough time and you're not attracted.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have married you in the first place.
But I'm saying that might get 10th degree burns. It's not 10 degrees of burning.
Okay, well, now
10 degree burns and my face is like melted. Or
I'm going to be attracted. No.
Are you mad at me?
Okay.
All right, sorry. Talk about
no, I understand what you're saying. Maybe you're right. That's not good.
Because it's like you can't like if my looks change, then it's like you can't leave me.
No, that is true because I feel the same way because I know, well, I don't know, but I assume or possibly when I get pregnant, someone said I should stop saying if. When I get pregnant, who knows, my nose might start spreading, face, all that. And especially after I'm pregnant or after I have delivered the baby, it's going to be the, stretch marks and like I'm not,
You're not going to look like you look now.
I'm not going to look like the way I look now. I may eventually get back to somewhat or a bit better. I don't know. Some people snap back better, but in those tough times when my nose is out here, how's it going to be? Maybe you should be asking me because I'm the one who's
No, I would. Well, yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. You
can
continue. Why don't you continue your point?
Yes, let me continue.
But that's why I wanted to preface that, like, if you're dating, it's different than if you're married. If you're married, you're locked in.
Yeah, no. When you're married, you're locked in. And I obviously think circumstances aside, like if Jonathan gets burned in a house fire and he survives and like all his skin is gone, I'm still gonna love him. That's my husband. We're past that. But I think if you're dating, and you're just not attracted to someone, like I just can't get past this. I'm telling you, when you guys have little arguments and stuff, it's just gonna be worse because you're gonna be like, and you ugly, like you can't be pissing me off. Sorry, and you ugly. Like I think you should be attracted to them in some form. They may not be your exact type. I feel like most people don't even marry or what they thought their type was or anything like that. Like, I'll tell this story because your dad always tells it. Like, your mom was like, I wanted someone tall and like her Hispanic. I don't know if that was her exact.
She didn't say that.
Oh, he says that? It's not a real thing? Oh. Well, I know she definitely wanted somebody tall.
Yeah.
Obviously, well, some of you guys have seen him. That's not what she got, but that doesn't mean she's not attracted to him. But, what I will say is, I think though, when someone has such a good inside, even if they're like a 6, say they're a 6, I feel like they start to look like an 8 to you. Like the inside, it's like, dang, especially if he's funny. Like, I feel like all of a sudden it's like they're really attractive to me. And most guys, if you just carry yourself well, you can be attractive. I feel like you don't like, I don't know, like even like girls like Flavor Flav. Like he's not like the most fine man in the world, but the Riz, like you got that Riz, and like you carry yourself well, and like you have confidence. I think a lot of the way you carry yourself is what makes you like kind of ugly. Like if I was always like sitting with a hunch over, and I was like, yeah, it's like you don't look attractive, Yeah. So I feel like if you really like someone, and they're like, their charisma and like they're like, well, something that really attracted me to Jonathan was how he could speak about Jesus. Like, he was really mature in his faith, and I was like, well, that's pretty attractive. Did he meet all the requirements? No, but like, honestly, when we met, I think God set us up nice because when we started dating in this world that we're in, if I had met you at that time, I think you still would have eventually won me over, but I don't know if we would have started dating at that time we were dating because we were in 2 completely different phases of life. Because like you were living at home, you didn't have a job yet because you were still in school. I was living on my own. I was like making years, and then I was older than you. If we had met at that time, I didn't know you before, I don't know. But I do think eventually, if I kept hanging out with you over time, I would have been like, dang, I do like him. And actually, that is what happened even before we started dating. I'm like, oh my gosh, I like him, don't I? Like, no, God. I was like, God, take these feelings away. I don't want to like him. Like, I'm supposed to explain this to my parents. Like,
Well, they love me.
So. They do.
I do think that they are, like I said before, I do think that the looks are important, right? Mm-hmm. Look, important in that you're attracted to the person more so than the looks themselves.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That you have like a base level of attraction. But someone that you feel like, oh my gosh, they would be perfect, XYZ. I do think so many people shut things off before they before they even like open themselves up to the possibility of something.
Mm-hmm.
If someone's like a really good friend, it's like they're awesome. The way they love people is great. It's like, but they're just not what, I imagined, what I drew, what I
Mhm.
dreamed of when I close my eyes and think of my partner.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like those like ideals will stop you from seeing someone that's really good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that person that might look like that might not be as compatible with you, and that compatibility is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's gonna change. Like like in marriage, throughout life, because circumstances come, things like. But that baseline compatibility, that's what makes it easier to continue to die to self. Like anybody can be married to anyone,
Mm-hmm.
but the less compatible you are, the harder your marriage is going to be for you to be on the same page.
Yeah.
But when you're starting from a good place of compatibility, like looks, like not even thinking about looks, like that's what makes it easier to stay locked in. Like
Mhm.
I think one of the reasons me and Jess don't argue an incredible amount, one is because like we try to be like humble, and like when we're like being prideful, we like try to just love each other through it anyways. But I think a good part of it is that we were best friends.
Mhm.
Like we really just enjoyed spending time together.
Mhm.
And I think when you find somebody like that, that's when you need to ask God, or really start to think to yourself, how can, like, maybe this person is for me. Like, let me just give it a chance. Let me give it a chance.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of people, when they think giving someone a chance, like, oh my gosh, now I have to,
Yeah.
be engaged to them, and then
Marry.
we're gonna
Yeah.
marry them. And it's like, no, I mean, like, you could go hang out with that person like either in a group at first,
Mhm.
and then like one on one a couple times, just to see how you feel.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And I think a lot of us, we make so much of a big deal out of, yeah, and that's all a date is.
Mhm.
Is going out with somebody and just talking. Just
Yeah.
seeing like how you guys get along. And I think we sometimes make it, especially in the church, make it so much out to be so much more than it is. And it's like you just see,
Yeah.
because you could be blocking your blessing, for lack of a better term.
I do agree, but I will, in their defense, or whoever, some people, church people's defense, when you start dating someone in the church, sometimes it can become like such a big thing before you want it to, and now you feel like, oh my gosh, everyone knows and everyone's praying for us, and everyone's like, oh, this is the man of God, like you just don't mess this or whatever. So it can be a lot of pressure. I mean, you can date, you don't have to call it a date. Yeah, do the group thing.
Yeah,
Do the group thing.
But I'm saying, like, even if you don't, like, say you don't call it a date, right?
Mhm.
It's like, oh, we just had lunch together.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when we make it more than that, oh my gosh, they're dating.
Yeah. it's
Wow,
like,
they're
like,
they make it
whoa.
a big thing. But like,
Mhm.
it's like, oh no, we just had lunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Or but the group thing, of course, first. Just like see how
Kinda
they
see.
interact with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna have to part through this.
Oh, wait, to really cut it this first.
No, we can have a little bit longer.
Okay, just
Go ahead.
really quick. Yeah, one thing I would say for people who are like, oh, he's a really great person, a really great guy, I'm just not attracted to them. I think sometimes we have to let go. You're kind of saying this, let go of the idea or like the list. Not completely, because definitely have your standards or your, forget what the word is that I'm looking for. Whatever.
Non-negotiables.
Have your non-negotiables or whatever, but the non-negotiable shouldn't be. I said it, not that it can't, but it can't be like he has to be 6 feet or she has to be light skinned or she has to have a big butt. Like some of those things that don't matter, let them go. Like even if he's like, oh, he's a little chubbier than what I was expecting. Like let those things go, and just really just give other people a chance. I do agree that a lot of us women miss out because it's just like, I feel like it's a social media thing. Like they don't fit the picture of what's gonna look good, or like, he doesn't have the right outfits. A lot of the things that we don't like about people can change. Somebody can lose weight. Somebody can get braces, or whatever it is. Some of those stupid things or silly things, but it's like that core. Like that's
their
so much.
heart.
Yeah.
Like, what's their heart like?
What is their heart like? And if you find someone, man or women, because I know men have their things too. It's like, I don't know, bruh. She don't got the.
Yeah. No, I 100%.
And it's okay to have your preferences. I'm not saying like you can't. I don't want you to marry someone you're just really not attracted to. Like, oh, I just can't get over it. Because if you can't get over it,
yeah, then don't do it.
Don't do it. Because like I said, once you're locked in, I don't want you to get married and be like, I'm just not attracted. I feel like if it's at the point where you're ready, it's time to get married, and you're still like, I'm just not attracted to them, I don't think you should do it.
Definitely don't do it.
I don't think you should do it. Like, that is when you're gonna get into problems. And that's why I was saying I'm not gonna be with you. And I'm like, I'm just not attracted to you. And you leaving your drawers on the floor, like, I'm be tight. But like we've sorted all that stuff out before I decided to say yes to an engagement. So I think you should give that man that guy, church or work, wherever it is, you're not fully attracted to him, but he's like the best guy you've ever met. Oh, he's just my best friend. I can't see it. Let it go a little bit. Try the group date. And when you're on the group date, you guys hang out, you know, like, no, I realized you guys are talking a lot on the group date. Oh yeah, we're just talking. Just let it go a little bit. And you might be surprised. So that's all I'm gonna say. We may have to part 2 this.
No, I think there's definitely a lot of meat left on the bone on this topic, and I think we can get into a lot more stuff. But I think for part 1, this is good. I also think that we would like to hear what you guys think, or like in the comments, you can leave any questions that you want us to address in part 2. So we see we get some like input, a mini suggestion, you know, on these kinds of situations, and maybe talk some more.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about sexual attraction too, because when you get married, if you're not sexually attracted, it's going to be a whole different ball game. I mean, I don't have experience in that area, so maybe we might have to get some guests who aren't attracted to their spouse.
You're so funny. My wife is so funny, guys.
Okay, all right. I'm so sorry that this episode is a little bit shorter, but you guys know we have a lot more coming for you, so be on the lookout for our other channel. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Any last words, my king of my heart?
I love you too, and I wanted to say I love you guys. Thank you for everything that you do for us, because our lives wouldn't be able to be what they are without the support of you all. So,
yeah, thank you for all the sweet DMs and letting us know how we are, you know, y'all. Thanks, man.
No, we really appreciate you guys.
Feel good, like we have a purpose, you know, and that we're not just doing this for sports. Because one thing that we definitely want to do is make sure that we're not just doing things for no reason, but there's always purpose. I mean, it's okay to have fun, and not everything has to be super deep and like Revelation 6 or whatever. But we just want to make sure that we're using our platform for a purpose. So
yeah, like I get to have fun with my wife talking about, you know, cool stuff like every week because you guys watch us. So like Thank you so much.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys in our next episode.
For part 2.
Oh, yeah. We'll be back for part 2. Let us know anything you guys want us to cover in the comments. Bye.